Let's deal with oppressive forces in perspective. Let's begin.
Next on Raheem Reports.
Also, again, the four beasts we read in Daniel 7. You had the lion that had eagle's wings, which represented the Babylonian captivity, followed by the bear that lifted up itself on one side, which was the Persian Mede captivity, followed by the leopard that had four heads, which represented the Greek Empire. Okay? Then in Daniel 7, it mentioned a dreadful beast, but it never gave the animal symbol. The next chapter tells you it's the eagle, which is Rome, followed by the United States of America. So now, verse 38 again.
Are not thou it that remainest of the four beasts, whom I made to reign in my world, that the end of their times might come through them?
So the end of time is going to come through them. Read.
And the fourth came.
And the fourth came, which, what was the symbol, brothers? The eagle. Now, Rome has already fallen in this time, so we know it's not talking about Rome now. It's extending itself in its understanding towards America. Watch, read again.
And the fourth came, and overcame all the beasts that were past, and had power over the world with great fearfulness.
So I know y'all think that America is a loving country to all nations. Let me tell y'all something. America gives us all here in America censored news. Europe and other nations called Americans the dumbest people on earth.
I would argue, brother, that you wouldn't even have to go outside of America. Let's play a couple minutes of this great author named Mark Dice.
When the Founding Fathers signed the Declaration of Independence in 1976, what country did we break away from?
Wait, what?
Hold on.
Now, the country they broke away from is England, Great Britain.
This is just her.
Oh gosh.
What country did we break away from back in 1976?
And it wasn't 1976, it was 1777. That's a 200-year difference, but he's taking the piss, of course.
When the Declaration of Independence was signed.
It's a really good question.
You know, we have a big party, everybody celebrates and gets drunk and
4th of
barbecues.
July, I love that.
But you don't know why we celebrate
No,
it?
it's
China.
China.
We Declaration of Independence. We broke away.
I knew that. China.
Okay. When we declared independence from China back in 1776, and Jesse Ventura signed the Declaration of Independence, what year was that?
Oh God.
Now, he just gave the year. It wasn't China, but he just gave the year.
Wait, Jesse Ventura signed the Declaration?
Yeah, hold on, just him. We'll get to you in a minute.
I have no idea.
What year was that? The Declaration of Independence signed when we had the Revolutionary War against China.
It's been so long.
It's been so long.
Right, I haven't had to remember that forever.
Who cares about American history?
1776, American colonies declare independence. On this day in 1776 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the Continental Congress adopts the Declaration of Independence, which proclaims the independence of a new United States of America from Great Britain and its king. Still in America.
Dumber than a second coat of paint.
I agree, and I've heard nobody else in America say that. Everybody on the left and the right, oh, how could he call Americans stupid? Show the clip of the one man in America who agrees with him.
But I would never put anything past this stupid country. Because people are dummies. They don't know what's going on. I think a lot of them are just dumb. I'm the bad guy for saying people are dumb.
They're not bright enough to really understand the issues.
People are already complaining that you're calling the United States a stupid country and giving you a chance to clarify.
I don't need to clarify. It is.
You wanted more war? Well, Trump's going to give you more war. You wanted less education? You wanted less American dream for your own kids? That's what Trump's going to give you.
Chris Hedges is a Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist who, over the past decade and a half, has made his name as a columnist, activist, and author.
On a side note, doesn't this man look like Uri Geller's doppelganger?
And then the pound sterling was dropped. And so they fell into
pretty significant depression, but they handled it in a different way. What happens in the United States, we're not prepared at all. Our democratic, social, and cultural institutions are deeply decayed. We are also a very violent society in a way that, for instance, Canada is not, or in the way that Great Britain is not. We are awash in weapons, and not just weapons, but these are, in essence, these AK-14, and not AK, the AR-14s that are used in these mass shootings in schools and concert venues and malls and are assault weapons. They're not for hunting, and they're easily accessible. So I worry that the disintegration of empire will exacerbate the kinds of dark mythologies that I spend a lot of time in the book writing.
Welcome to the Kaiser Report. I'm Max Kaiser. Time now to get out the popcorn because stupid people are about to teach you a whole lot about dumb money and some potato chips because dumb central bankers are about to teach you a whole lot about stupid policy. Oh boy. Here we go.
Residents on crumbling Pacifica, California cliff vow to stay. Everybody has seen this headline over the past few weeks, this image of these apartment buildings about to slide down the cliff as the El Nino storms pound the Californian coast. Well, 20 of the units in which 30 people live have been basically condemned. The government is telling people to get out. And now this reminds me, several quotes in this article from the inhabitants who refuse to leave, reminds me of how investors, the dumb money often is in the financial markets. Michelle McKay is staying in her apartment in violation of the government order. She says, I love it here and I'm not willing to leave. To say, oh, we have to go out. Why? If it falls, it's not going to fall in 10 seconds. We'll have plenty of time to get out the front door.
I'm not leaving and my neighbors aren't leaving either.
I know y'all think that America is a loving country to all nations.
Nope. 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 There's no escaping the sinkholes of stupid opening up around us as governments and the corporations target the dumbest common denominators around us who always vote for more debt, more housing bubbles, more wars, more genetically modified food, more tar sands, more fracking, more. Anything that will sink us all into a bottomless pit of stupid. They'll vote for sinkholes of stupid.
The Middle East, the Trumps went to Italy to visit the Pope. There's Melania wearing her favorite outfit, widow in waiting.
Of the three people holding the ball, Donald Trump looks the most trustworthy.
Because we live in a bubble. We are unaware. Like, remember we went over how Obama dropped 7 bombs on 7 nations, and Americans didn't know. They did a survey. They went around and said, what nations is America currently at war with? It was on the news. Nobody knew. We're not at war. America's not at war. Yes, America's at war with 7 nations. They dropped a bomb on 7 countries. So we get censored. The CNN, which is the Caucasian news network, gives us censored news. Abbreviated news filtered with lies. Fake, oh yeah, fake news, as your president says. Fake news.
You are fake news. You are fake news. Sir.
Fake news.
Can you state categorically? You are fake news. Sir, can you state categorically that nobody... No,
and over the whole compass of the earth.
See that? And over the whole compass of the earth, go ahead.
With much wicked oppression.
Do you see what God is saying? With much wicked oppression. This is not our words. This is the words of God Almighty. Go ahead.
And so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit.
With what?
Deceit.
With what?
With deceit.
Oh, I thought this was a God-fearing country. God bless America. No! Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Get mad now. Y'all get mad. It's all right.
And Colin, who's getting away with murder? I'd like to see some evidence to back that up because that's a pretty strong claim. And Colin, who's getting away with murder? 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 I like to see some evidence to back that up because that's a pretty strong claim.
I want y'all to see this. I want y'all to see. Yep, that's it right there. Now, Michael B. Jordan is a famous actor. I want y'all to see what he wrote. He wrote, this was on Facebook. He wrote, "They want us to feel helpless, and right now I feel it. How do we unify? How do we turn? What do we do? How do we fight? How do we stand? I don't have the answers, but I know I'm going to be a part of the change. And not just today, every day until we see real change. I am Philando." So now he put this together, or maybe he did or he didn't, I don't know. Maybe it's Valerie Castile, but this is what she wrote for our people who had no convictions. She started with Philando Castile, a not guilty for the officer that murdered him. Trayvon Martin, no conviction. Sandra Bland, no conviction. Katherine Johnston, no conviction. Sean Bell, no conviction. Eric Gardner, no conviction. Rekia Boyd, no conviction. Amadou Diallo, no conviction. Mike Brown, no conviction. Kamani Gray, no conviction. Kenneth Chamberlain, no conviction. Tavares McGill, no conviction. Tamir Rice, no conviction. Ayanna Stanley Jones, no conviction. Freddie Gray, no conviction. Well, alrighty then. Well, alrighty.
You cannot expect people who have a system that is perpetually against not just the planet, but specifically you and your nation to ever try to find a level ground, even for general conversation, to seek out any terms of agreement. They will always try to dominate you because this is their lifeblood and therefore subsistence. So to finish off this news story, let's hear one final reading from Isaiah 32:5, and I do hope that you have been edified and enjoyed this video as I've enjoyed editing it.
Verse 5. The vile person shall be no more called liberal.
You know what a liberal person is? Someone that feels for blacks and Latinos. I feel your pain. And they may give money to black people like the United Negro College Fund. They will donate money. But the Bible says, read that again.
The vile person.
The Bible calls them vile. The vile person shall what?
Shall be no more called liberal.
Because we throw that term liberal around, and especially on the news. They're liberals. They feel the plight of black people. Like the white woman that was giving money to the Panthers. She was a liberal. White people that want to help black and Latin causes, those are liberals. But the Bible says they are vile. Why? Because on the surface, it appears as if they want to help. Them giving you money means nothing. But behind the scenes, they're doing contrary wickedness. That's what the Lord is saying. Go ahead.
For the vile person will speak villainy.
See that? The vile person will speak villainy. They won't speak it in the forefront, but behind the scenes in no think tanks. I gave him money. I gave that group X amount of money. But let's do this. They're the ones behind such things as rap music. I love black people. I love black and Latin music. Let's support their music. Here's $100 million. Here's $1 million for your music. But we only want you to rap about blood, murder, chaos to your people. Can you do that? All right, my man, my man. That's villain. That's villain. That's villain.
Who's getting away with murder? I like to see some evidence to back that up.